So, example number 2. For the beam shown, determine the safe value of H if the maximum flexural stress is limited to 20 MPa. So, we still have a rectangular section and we're trying to solve for H. And then we have the beam here. So what we're gonna do first is draw the shear and moment diagram. Okay. So I'll just leave letters here for every load point. This is point A, then this is point B, then here point C, and this is point D. And we have a roller, so I'll call this one as R1, or I'll just call this one as BV, and here as DV. Also, we have a uniform distribution that we need to get its resultant. So it's basically 2.5 times 4. 2.5 times 4, it's 10 kilonewtons. 10 ba? Ato sa dong i-try kay basta niyang masayop ta. May na lang ng sure. Okay, 10. Okay, let's solve for BV. And by solving BV, we're going to get the summation of moment at point D equal to 0, clockwise positive, counterclockwise negative, and BV will rotate clockwise with the moment arm of 3 meters padong sa D. Then the 5 kilonewtons rotate counterclockwise with a moment arm of 2. No? So minus 5, moment arm is 2, and this resultant nga 10, that's 10 counterclockwise negative, and the location is 2 meters as well, and that's equal to 0. 2 meters kanong 10 akong gisuwat, that's 2, and that's equal to 0. So right now we have the value of our BV. It's 10 times 2 plus 5 times 2 divided by 3, it's 10. So 10 kilonewtons. And for solving for DV, kanay, summation of forces vertical lang ta. Summation of forces vertical equal to 0. We have BV plus DV minus 5 minus 10 equal to 0. These are the forces vertical. So BV, 5, the 10, and the DV. So there are 4 forces. And here, we have DV now equal to 10 plus 5 minus BV. BV and DV now is 10 plus 5 minus 10. DV is 5 kilonewtons. Alright, so we're through with the reactions. Now we're gonna draw the shear and moment. And do not forget to drop down a line. This is for letter A. And then this is for letter B. This is for letter C. And also for letter D here. And we're ready to solve or draw the or plot the 0 shear line. So 0 shear line, and let's start with 0 A. No, examining A, there is no concentrated load, therefore there's only one value for moment A, I mean shear A, that's 0. Next is plotting at B. Then at B, there are two values, kaya naa siya concentrated load. So what we're gonna do here is observe this area. So this is the area that we will be using in determining the load. So the area is the product of, so I'll just use this one. This is 1 times 2.5, and that's 2.5. Okay, so that's 2.5, then downward, so it's negative. So it's negative 2.5. So I'll just place here the negative 2.5. And then the other value of the BV or the VB is negative 2.5 and upward nga BV. So basically, we're going to add this negative 2.5 and this BV. So BV is 10 and negative 2.5. So the answer is 7.5. So I'll have here the 7.5, the location. So the value is 7.5. Next is we're going to plot at C. Then at C, there is a concentrated load. So therefore, there would be two values of shear at C. So first value is this area, kaning area here. So we will be using that area. So pilay value aning area. Well, actually this is the product of, this is 2.5 times 1. Where did I get 1? Remember that the whole length from A to C is 2 meters and the length from A to B is 1 meter. So therefore, from B to C, it's 1 meter. No, so this is also 1 meter. Although they aren't proportional, but I'm sorry, but that is 1 meter. Okay. So 2.5 times 1 is 2.5. So that's the answer, 2.5. So we're gonna subtract 2.5, this one, from 7.5. Nganong gi-subtract ang 2.5? Because the direction is downward. Okay, so that's 7.5 minus 2.5, that is 5. So drop down a line na 5. So I'll call this as 5 here. So this is 5. Pagkahuman, the other value for C is subtracting this 5 and its concentrated load nga 5. So positive 5 minus 5, diba? Kaya downward man ang kanisya. So its the value is 0. Okay, so nanatay shear value diha. And then let us proceed to plotting point D. At point D, there is still another concentrated load. So there would be two values of shear. So dV left and dV right. So ang area nga atong i-consider in subtracting is this area. No? So kaning nga area, pila man ni siya nga value. So ato sa siyang tan-awon diri. So basically, the length of distribution is 2 meters. And then the resultant now is the product of 2.5 times 2. And this is this is 5. No? Alright, so if that is 5, we're gonna subtract this 5 here from 0. No? So ato lang na siyang suwatan og 0 nga value para dili ta maglibog. Kana. So we're gonna subtract this 5 and this 0. So 0 minus 5. By the way, you subtract because the direction is downward. So it's 0 minus 5. Therefore, that is negative 5, diba? So negative 5. Atong isuwat ang negative 5. So I'll call this as the location of the negative 5. And then the other term or value for point D is the subtraction of this negative 5 and dv. Remember that dv is 5 and the direction of the force here is upward. Kanisha. This is upward. So therefore, negative 5 plus upward na 5, it becomes 0. Okay, let's draw the moment value. Let's draw the shear diagram. Remember that all the slope here for the curve is at 0. So, tanan nga curve nga ato ma-plot from A to B is a straight line. Inclined line. And this is at first degree. Then all we have to do is connect this. And then this 7.5 and positive 5. And this is at first degree. Then we connect this. And then connecting the 0 and the negative 5 with a straight line. Inclined line, by the way. Okay, again, 0 degree ang ato ang curve. Ato ang load. And this one should be in vertical. Okay, this is our moment diagram. Shear diagram. Now, let us proceed in drawing the moment. So, maghihapon, let's plot. I guess it's just too near. Let's plot the moment diagram with this establishing 0 moment line. Okay, starting with, I'll have MA equal to 0. So there would only be one point sa kada, there would be one moment sa kada point because in every point walay rotational load, no? So usara ka point nga moment. So let's start with 0. And then we're going to subtract this area. No, kaning area. So ato na siyang i-subtract. For this is the area nga atong gamiton for moment. So what is this area equal to? This area is, kay triangle man, that's 1/2 base times height. The height is 2.5. The base is 1. So 1 times 2.5 times 0.5 or 1/2. And do not forget that this is negative 1.25. So that is to be subtracted from 0. Okay, so that would be 0 minus 1.25. So I'll just place here the negative 1.25. No? So again, in every line, kausara ta mo agi sa atong moment. Next, we're going to add this area. Oops. This area here. Oops. Ato sa siyang i-emphasize nga mo ni nga area atong gipangita. So ganahan kay ko, it's satisfying nga mag-color. Alright, anyway, this one, the area here is a trapezoid. So it's basically height 1 plus height 2 over 2 times the base. No, so the height here is 7.5 plus another 5 divided by 2 times the base nga 1 meter. So that's 1 meter. So ang answer ana is 7.5 plus 5 divided by 2 times 1. The answer is 6.25. 6.25. This is the value nga atong isubtract from the 1.25. So ato ni siyang isubtract kani from this one, 1.25. So 6.25 minus 1.25. The answer is 5. So ato i-plot. Answer is 5 here. Ako lang dili ibutang ang 5. And this is 5. Next is, we're expecting nga ang value ani is also 5 para mo 0 ang atong value dira, no? Okay, 5 minus 5 is 0. So let's just hope na 5 ni siya kaning triangle. How do we know? Atong sulbon. So kani siya and the value here, this is 1/2 of base times height. That's 1/2 of the base, 2 meters, no? 2 kana siya, dili 3, 2 meters. So 2 meters times -5, and this is -5. So basically ato siyang i-substitute, i-subtract. So 5 minus 5, the answer is 0. Okay, let's plot the moment diagram. How do we plot the moment diagram? How do we connect? Kani siya itong sundon, diba? This is positive decreasing. This is negative decreasing. This is negative increasing. And this is positive increasing. Alright, from A to B, like connecting this 0 and 1.25, atong tanaw ni siya nga area. It's negative increasing. Pwede wala na siguro ang vertical lines, no? It's negative increasing. So negative increasing, kana. So this is how to plot a negative increasing. And the value here of the curve is second degree. Okay, first degree man ni siya. Next, we're connecting the 5 and the negative 1.25, and atong i-base niya diri. This is positive area, so it's positive. And then from left to right, the area, the lines are decreasing, so positive decreasing. How do we plot positive decreasing? Kana. So ato na siyang isway pa ana. So positive decreasing na. Okay. Oops. Na. So this is at second degree. Okay, again, first degree na siya diha. And for 0 and 5 kana atong i-connect based sa kaninga illustration. The area is negative and it is increasing. Negative increasing here. This is how we plot a negative increasing. And this one. And the value here is at second degree. That's our moment diagram. Then let's proceed in solving the flexure.